What's going on, everyone? It's your average consumer, and today I've got a review for you guys of the erase case for the iPhone 5 and 5S. Now, this is a pretty interesting case, so hey, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So here we have the erase case for the iPhone 5 and iPhone 5S. Now, you might be wondering, why is it called the erase case? Well, think of it as your personal canvas or notepad on the back of your iPhone. Now, let me say this first, this is not a case for protection. The case is pretty thin and doesn't cover enough of the iPhone to give you that solid protection you need from impact or anything of the sort. I've actually dropped my iPhone with this case and walked away without a single scratch, but this isn't something I would risk doing again. This case is mainly for the artistic types out there or anyone who wants to guarantee that they have a unique iPhone case. When you initially get the case, you'll be supplied with a black marker and a special solution to clean the case. The set will run you about $25 and $5 more if you want to get the additional assortment of colored markers. All main colors are present for your artistic needs, and I think it's a must to get the colored markers so you can truly have options when using the case. $30 total is a bit steep for a case that doesn't offer much protection, but for those of you who want a unique case that can be changed on a whim, will definitely be able to see the value. Now on to the actual case. As mentioned before, this is a pretty thin case and it has an all white glossy design. It has all the standard cutouts for the mute switch, volume buttons, and camera that you'd expect, but the top and bottom portion have little to no covering. The idea is to think of the case as your canvas and the markers as your brushes. It gives you plenty of room to get creative with the designs your iPhone will be toting. I would have liked the colors to come out a bit darker when using it first, but a bit of pressure and using a sketch fashion to draw, the colors get a bit deeper. Just a warning guys, you don't want to use markers that aren't made for the erase case, especially Sharpies since those are permanent. And we don't want anything permanent on something called the erase case, do we? Now about that name, even though it's called the erase case, your art doesn't simply get erased once you complete it. Even with some light rubbing, everything will stay in place for the most part. So if you want to throw this in your pocket or purse, you don't have to worry about your artwork rubbing out. The markers are even a bit water resistant, so if it gets a little wet, you don't have to worry about anything getting washed away. Once you're done with your art, you're able to erase what's on the case by spraying the special solution and wiping it down with a regular paper towel. This is the only real way to clean off the case, but if you really wanted to, you could put the case under running water and really rub at it to eventually clean it off. A word of caution though, if you have sweaty palms and hold a phone for a while, you could expect to see some slight smudges. Either way you use to get the markers off, I suggest doing it while the case isn't on the phone, because as we all know, liquids and tech don't exactly go together. Overall, I think the concept of the erase case is pretty nice, and it's great that you can draw anything you want on it without worrying about your artwork going away, unless you wanted to. You can of course go the artsy route, or you can use it to write yourself notes or reminders, even a little small to-do list is possible. I can also imagine this being pretty cool for younger kids, but I don't know if you want to leave your phone and a marker with a young one. There are tons of different things you can do with this case, and that's what I really like most about it. Now, as I mentioned guys, this is not a case for anyone who's looking for any kind of protection for their phone. This is simply for those who want to be artistic or have a very unique design for their case. There are lots of cool things you can do with it, but let me know down below in the comments if it's worth your $30. And that's about it for this review, guys. If you enjoyed it, be the cool guy that hits the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content from me. Till the next video, guys, it's your average consumer. Peace.